Before I got pregnant, I was really, well, bubbly, down to earth, loved my job. You know, it was, I always thought being pregnant would fit in with my life plan. You know, that was something that was supposed to happen, and it just didn't. My mum lives around the corner, very, very close to my mum, and obviously my husband, he's very helpful and loving and wonderful. I don't actually have any friends that I can actually account for anymore since getting depression and leaving my job, etc. I just lost touch with everybody because I was in such a bad place. It was quite hard to keep in touch with people. So, but I've got sisters and my brother that are very, very helpful as well. You know, they live far away, but they just come and see me. So. About 6 months before I found out I was pregnant with Taylor, I lost a baby. On the day that I was booking my wedding, I found out that I'd lost my baby. So we didn't really have a lot of time to grieve over that child. And then a month after our wedding day, we found out I was pregnant with Taylor. So it seemed to be right. It seemed to be, okay, we've done it the right way. Now we're married, this will be brilliant. This is going to replace the baby that we lost. And that's not how it worked out in the end. During my pregnancy, well, there wasn't many actual complications during pregnancy. It was during the labour that I had the problems. I was in labour for 10 days, slow labour. The baby was back to back, so I was in a lot of pain for a long time. And well, between my waters breaking and actually giving birth was like 12 or 13 hours, so I was in a lot of pain. And well, when he was born, he just didn't feel like he was mine. It's very strange. A couple of days after Taylor was born, my mum told me that I would get the baby blues, and she realised, it was my mum that realised that I didn't come out of the baby blues, and she told my health visitor. My health visitor seemed to know as well anyway. When she was arriving at the house, she was she'd asked me, you know, how I was doing, and when I said I was okay, she said, "No, you're not okay, are you?" And then I did the Edinburgh Post Natal quiz thing and was referred then to my GP. I didn't want to answer truthfully, but because I had discussed it before answering those questions, my health visitor and my mum and my husband were there, and they told me, you have to be 100% honest, because otherwise it's not going to get sorted. So I did reluctantly answer them 100% honest. Well, I don't think the first time I did answer them, because I thought my feelings right now are too extreme to go on paper. You know, I'll do I'm feeling quite sad rather than I'm feeling really extremely bad. But the first time I wasn't entirely honest, but I was more honest than I expected myself to be. If that makes any sense. I remember the worst feeling ever. I remember my husband coming home from work when he'd just returned to work after his paternity leave, and I remember asking him if he would take over looking after the baby while I went for a walk. And the reason I wanted to go for a walk was because down the street from me was a train station, and what I was thinking in my head was, if I timed it right, I could get there and throw myself under a train. That's how bad it was when I didn't know what was going on, and I knew it wasn't normal to feel like that, but I didn't want to tell anybody because I thought they would take my baby away.